Coke Zero versus Diet Coke. Calories, caffeines, side effects check. Products with no added sugar or calories are still popular. When we crave sweets and carbonated beverages, we reach for Coke Zero to alleviate our guilt. However, a sugar-free product is why is it so sweet? Is this really sugar-free? I wonder as I read the ingredient list on the back. But there is no sugar. Other products struggle in various ways to generate sweetness in substances such as liquid fructose, sugar, sugar syrup, and so on. You will feel rejuvenated after taking 1 or 2 drinks simply by envisioning the sensation of carbonic acid going through your throat with its distinct sweetness. I now have to avoid it, according to the cup of Cola's naturally erupting carbonic acid. It's not a major deal, but the information was new to us. Let's examine the components, calories, caffeine, and negative effects of Zero Coke, including Diet Coke, which is still available in limited quantities. And before we start, smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. 1. When should Diet Coke start accessible? Verify ingredients. Diet Coke was introduced in 1983 as a low-calorie drink and quickly became a mega hit. They were stated to be grateful that a low-calorie diet soda was developed in the United States, where there were a lot of carbonated drinks. However, since Coca Cola created a tasty Diet Coke, I can imagine its popularity. Diet Coke was created to avoid the blood sugar spikes produced by existing sugar, and different attempts were made to keep the sweet taste. Finally, the flavor they discovered is still present today. Diet Coke, which was released at the time, is credited with being Coca First Cola's sugar-free. In 2016, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar replaced Coca-Cola Zero in 2006. That is why we are currently drinking Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Diet Coke nutrition facts and labeling for 355 milliliters, 12 ounces, below. Carbonated water, aspartame, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate, to preserve flavor, natural flavor, and caramel color caffeine, citric acid. Diet Coke nutrition facts calories, 0, total fat, 0 grams, sodium, 40 milligrams, total carbs, 0 grams, total sugars, 0 grams, protein, 0 grams, caffeine, 46 milligrams. Diet Coke is sugar-free because artificial sweeteners are used instead. Caffeine-free goods are also available, so you can drink them separately. 2. Look for components like Zero Coke, Calorie, and caffeine. Zero Coke was introduced in 2006 and was superseded in 2016 by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. I didn't care about sugar or anything else when I was younger, and I drank Coke a lot after exercise, and drank Coke because thirsty instead of water. But now that I'm old enough to be concerned about my health, I listen to Coke Zero and tell myself, let's consume something less damaging. Zero Coke nutrition facts and labeling for 355 milliliters, 12 ounces, below. Aspartame, phosphoric acid, carbonated water, caramel color sodium benzoate, to protect taste, flavoring, natural, acetylsulfame, potassium citrate caffeine, potassium. Zero Coke nutrition facts calories, 0, total fat, 0 grams, sodium, 40 milligrams, total carbs, 0 grams, total sugars, 0 grams, protein, 0 grams, potassium, 60 milligrams, caffeine, 34 milligrams. The component to consider here is acetylsulfame potassium, a non-caloric sweetener 200 times sweeter than sugar. It is a white crystalline powder with a pronounced sweet taste. It is water-soluble and mildly soluble in alcohol. It is used in the following products: dried candy, sediment, chewing gum, jam, ice cream, and beverage, sugar alternative food, and nutritional supplement food. Coke Zero also substituted artificial sweeteners for sugar. There are several flavors to pick from, including cherry, cherry vanilla, orange vanilla, and vanilla, as well as caffeine-free Coke Zero. 3. Comparison of Zero Coke with Diet Coke. Zero Coke and Diet Coke are both sugar-free and calorie-free beverages. Carbonated water, caramel color, aspartame, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate, natural flavors, and caffeine are among the ingredients. There is also a caffeine-free version of both, which is marked with a gold caffeine-free and written There are two components that distinguish Zero Coke from Diet Coke. Zero Coke contains potassium citrate and acesulfame potassium, but Diet Coke does contain citric acid. Zero Coke tastes more like Coca Cola Classic, a Coca Cola official says, while Diet Coke is prepared with a blend of other flavors and has a lighter taste. According to one reviewer, Zero Coke is smoother, sweeter, and even frothier than Diet Coke. 4. Was it necessary to add caffeine to Zero Coke and Diet Coke? Many individuals debate whether caffeine should have been added to Zero Coke and Diet Coke. Coca Cola official says, caffeine is thought to be one of the elements that contribute to Coca distinct Cola's flavor. However, for individuals who do not want to take caffeine, there are caffeine-free products available, such as Zero Coke and Diet Coke, allowing them to enjoy it in a variety of ways. Caffeine is commonly found in a wide range of liquids, including the majority of the coffee, tea, and soft drinks we consume. Caffeine is an alkaloid that acts on the central nervous system to stimulate the mind and alleviate weariness. However, excessive caffeine usage over time might lead to caffeine addiction. Caffeine boosts metabolism and works as a diuretic, preventing drowsiness briefly. Caffeine usually takes action within an hour after administration and wears off after 3 to 4 hours. Furthermore, if you take it on a regular basis, you will acquire a tolerance and the effect will be diminished. Caffeine addiction is characterized by a wide range of medical and psychological symptoms, including irritability, anxiety, nervousness, insomnia, headaches, heart tremors, hyperreflexia, and pulmonary alkalosis. Caffeine also stimulates gastric acid output, therefore consuming excessive amounts for an extended period of time can result in gastric ulcers, erosive esophagitis, and gastroesophageal reflux disease. The recommended daily allowance is 500 milligrams. Theanine, catechin, and vitamin C cohabit with caffeine in tea leaves, thus the action happens gradually, wears off quickly, and there are no unpleasant side effects like mental agitation or discomfort. 5. Do Zero Coke and Diet Coke have any adverse effects? People with phenylketonuria should avoid Diet Coke and Coke Zero because they contain the amino acid phenylalanine, PKU. PKU is a congenital metabolic disease that can be detected immediately after delivery. It is caused by a deficiency of an enzyme called phenylalanine hydroxylase, which is required for the metabolism of phenylalanine, an important amino acid. Normally, phenylalanine is converted to another amino acid called tyrosine, which is used to make proteins, but if phenylalanine hydroxylase is insufficient or absent, phenylalanine accumulates in the body and can harm brain cells. Symptoms of phenylketonuria do not present immediately after birth, but without treatment, most newborns suffer significant intellectual impairment and other neurological problems. A strict phenylalanine-free diet immediately after birth, on the other hand, can prevent brain damage. 6. Why can't I lose weight despite drinking Zero Coke and Diet Coke? On August 20th, Dr. Magalski's team at Mount Sinai Medical School in the United States revealed the cause and disclosed it in the online version of the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, PNAS. The researchers discovered that the sugar receptor T1R3, which perceives sweetness and is normally only located on the tongue, is also present in the small intestine. Our bodies eat sugar via glucose receptors in the small intestine, and the concentration of glucose regulates the amount of sugar receptors. In other words, when the body has less glucose, it has more sugar receptors, which promotes sugar absorption. It should be noted that the glucose receptor T1R3 responds to the artificial sweeteners found in Diet Coke. Before concluding, if you like this video, don't forget hit that like button, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. Also, be sure to turn on the bell notification so you never miss any of our videos. Artificial sweeteners stimulate T1R3 and so increase sugar absorption in the small intestine. Diet Coke does not cause weight gain directly, but it does stimulate sugar absorption in the body, which means you will not lose weight. Finally, one of the most contentious issues surrounding artificial sweeteners is the claim that artificially sweetened beverages induce high blood pressure. Because the causal relationship is still uncertain, it is impossible to identify what is correct. However, I believe it can be expressed as follows: everything should be consumed in moderation. So, what do you think about this topic? Let us know what you think in the comments section.